All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to the Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. I got a crazy one for you this week. All right, so of course, Pioneer just saw the banning of Amalia and Sorin, and not Treasure Cruise for some reason, which is a little weird, but whatever. And we saw J underscore TEKT take this deck you're seeing right here to first place in a Magic Online challenge, and it's kind of ridiculous. We have a 5-color Landfall something or other deck going on here with a bunch of new cards in it, a bunch of old cards, powered by the new Cabaretti fetch lands, Brokers Hideout, Cabaretti Courtyard, Riveteers Overlook, and Fabled Passage all coming in here. Bunch of basics, of course, as well. And what are those cards doing? They are making things go wild here. So Landfall from Nissa, of course, makes mana. You can go find elementals. Landfall from Lotus Cobra makes mana, same idea. And then we have Lumra here, Bellow of the Woods, which can return all of the lands from your graveyard to the battlefield, retriggering your fetches, retriggering your landfall triggers. Omnath, similar idea as far as landfall triggers making mana and gaining life. And this deck can kind of just go wild. With Spelunking in play, the lands come in untapped, which is crazy, and you can do some crazy things. This deck can play sort of like a value, 5-color, mid-range, kill your stuff ramp game, but it also has a combo in it too, with Port of Karfell, which is a tapped blue land, where you can tap black, black, blue 3 and sacrifice it to mill 4, return a creature card. And if you return a Lumra and you have a Spelunking in play, this Lumra will return the Port of Karfell again, and you can just keep doing it over and over again. If you have a Nissa or a Lotus Cobra in play, you're making mana as you do this. You can draw a bunch of cards. In theory, you can just draw your whole deck and then kill them with a nice hasty Kenrith attack, or a huge Worldsoul's Rage as you draw your entire deck and so on and so forth. So don't need to do that, obviously, but it's a possibility. Boomers here in Atraxa and Zacama, Primal Calamity, pretty exciting. Kenrith also awesome here as a sink for all of your mana. And then cards like Ill-Timed Explosion and Friends keep you alive. And kind of a wild deck. Looks pretty cool. Excited to see how it plays. But first, we work from our sponsor, CoolStuffInc.com.
CoolStuffInc.com is a proud sponsor of Jim Davis, and you can show your support while getting 5% off your entire order by using the promo code JIM5 at checkout. Need singles for constructed or kitchen table play? Looking to pick up sealed product or the latest in Magic accessories? We've got you covered. CoolStuffInc.com is the place for all your Magic the Gathering needs. And remember to use the code JIM5 at checkout for 5% off. CoolStuffInc.com, cool stuff in stock.
Man, this thing's an opening hand factory. All right. Yeah, I mean, this honestly seems fine. We just have Cornucopia, Portable Hole, and having Yorion means it was things to spend your mana on, so sure. This is fine. They got a Gigantha. And they are... Alright, so they are a Ensoul Artifact deck. Portable Hole's really good here. We draw Port of Karfell. Right, let's get a Forest. Actually, let's get a Plains. Get a Plains. We'll get Forest next turn, and then Cornucopia the turn after. Smuggler's Copter. That was good too. All right, so we'll hold that. So let's get... Actually, we drew a Forest. They just play Port now, actually. And hold Smuggler's Copter and Sigo. Next turn's Cornucopia. Need some spells, but that was kind of a given the hand we kept. Take 1, no Ensoul Artifact, love it. No, nothing? Alright, we're getting Stubborn Denial here. Why'd we buy Yorion? Like, what else could they even have? Besides Stubborn Denial, Shrapnel Blast, and not much else. Like Cornucopia, they counter it for Stubborn Denial for the Force Spike mode. That'd be pretty terrible. Yeah, sure, let's do this. Buy Yorion, say up. They're going to buy Gigantha. Ooh, ugly game. Ugly game. Alright. We draw Omnath. Well, you can't Stubborn Denial on Omnath. Though, I'm not even sure I want to cast Omnath. Without being able to landfall also. I think Shrap Blast is really likely. I think it might be play Cornucopia, play Fabled Passage to set up for a triple land drop on the next turn. Kind of like that. This plays around Stubborn Denial, which I'm pretty sure they have. We got 1 land in the bin. Spell Pierce. Well, I was close to being right. Sure, that's fine. All right, so go. Land Gigantha, please. It's pretty annoying, honestly. The Cornucopia is going to be a pretty big game. It's going to be a lot of life. Oh, here's Gigantha, sure. So we'll just sack end step and get a mountain, I guess. I don't want to... I mean, deck thing's so stupid, but... Get to Omnath Yorion next turn. It's pretty good. Get a mountain. We draw Riveteers Overlook. So we get to go Omnath, draw a card. Passage, fetch Yorion. Draw another card. We need to fetch a white or a blue. We'll get an island so we have a better domain. Gain 4. Come on, you can do it. Make mana. Play Yorion. Playing Portable Holes won't do anything for us, so let's just do this. Alright, that's back. Draw another card. And we've drawn literally infinite lands, but Worldsoul's Rage is pretty gas here. And they agree. It's funny. It looks so threatening. From our side, it looks really silly because, like, we just have literally all lands. They just see 6 cards in hand on Omnath, so, like, they're like, I'm out of here. So, all right, so we're going to bring in Portable Hole's great. Bez is pretty nice. Mystical Dispute's not bad against them. Rending Volley is not enough stuff. Frillback, and then Annie, maybe. We're going to cut a lot of the top-end stuff. Mazemind Tome. I would say Escape the Wild is very bad against Spell Pierce. Zacama. And... Mazemind Tome is really slow. I might just cut the second tome. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's do this. All right. On the draw... Swamp Riveteers Overlook. It's an adventure, folks. It's an adventure out here. I think we keep this hand, though. We should draw literally any land. We have Cobra into Make a Mana and Portable Hole. I'm keeping. I'm keeping. Risky, maybe, but here's Spyglass Siren. We just naturally draw Forest. Okay. We still want to play with tapped. Have an untapped land on turn 3, I think, so. Get a mountain. We honestly probably should cast Cobra on 2, let them kill it if they kill it, and then cast Nissa on 3. It's nice to cast your Lotus Cobra effect before they can use it. Alright, they play Smuggler's Copter. Yeah, this is going to be a turn, so. It's nice to, like, play Cobra, play land, use it immediately, but we don't have that luxury right now. But here's Inti. Alright, fire him up. See where his counter goes. Counter's going to go onto the Copter, hopefully. Probably not, though. Draw a discard. They discard a Sokazon. They find a Case of the Fitched Falcon. Why didn't they add a counter? What did I miss? You have to discard a card when you do put a counter on target attacking creature. Huh. I don't know what I missed, but sure. So we're going to go land, make a white, cast Nissa, cast Portable Hole. Set up for next turn. Oh, they discarded the Sokazon to the Copter. I'm sorry. I thought the Sokazon was discarded to the Inti. We're good. I understand now. All right, so we go land, make a white, cast Portable Hole, hit Smuggler's Copter. They solve their case too, so they have a Flying Clue come at us next turn. Is it Nissa or Spelunking? I actually have a land here. I get Spelunking. So I also cast the Ultimate Explosion too, so we draw Sick. Love it. This actually makes mana too. Oh wow. Okay, let's get a Plains. So we're gonna have 2 mana available, and it comes in untapped. So we actually have 3 mana. Wow. So maybe binding the case here instead of for an explosion next turn. I don't have blue. I don't have blue for explosion. This thing, we can binding the case. Why can't I mouse over this? Why can't I click things? Sure, add a green. And add a blue. So this costs 3 to sacrifice and put the thing on. See, what's binding this? That was a bad Lotus Cobra mana, but sure. Binding. Hit this. And I guess we're not blocking, so we'll stack. Just say go. So we draw a land, we can Lumra. If we don't draw a land, it's kind of tilt actually, but we'll see. Fetch land would be quite the draw. Here's Inti, discard a land. And they find another land. Sirens 2. We're at 13. As long as I'm above, like, obviously 5, but, like, you know, if I'm in double digits, I'm pretty happy. They mapping. Got maps, clues. Crack the clue. Trample Flying Spyglass Siren. What's going on, opponent? What are we up to? What are we thinking about? Anything cool? Remember, folks, it's brought to you by... Oh, never mind, there we go. See, it works every time. You gotta take something. All right, so we draw a land. It's a world tree, which is a little awkward. I would say a very high probability they have a counterspell here, because like they just didn't do anything, not even map. So if it's a 2-mana counterspell, Disdainful Stroke, negate kind of stuff. Obviously, Stroke counters Lumra, and negate does not. That being said, I think we're still just going to play World Tree here and try and cast Explosion. If they counter it, cool. If they don't, cool. That's fun. Play Tree. Oh, comes out untapped. Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot about that. Spelunking. I'm going to go for Lumra here. I don't think that they play Disdainful Stroke. If they do, they're going to get us, but whatever. Let it ride. Just do my thing. It's so good if it works. We'll make infinite mana, have a huge creature. It's just everything. Bear. Calamity. Oh, comes in. They could Trap Blast it, responsive trigger, which is still fine, I think. Like, better there than my face, and I still get to do all my stuff, so. All right, so we mill over 3 lands. Oh, my. I could actually port it back. Oh, my God, we're doing it. All right, so, and I can float for mana, too. So we're in response to the, I don't even need full control. In response to the sacrifices, you can float mana because of World Tree. So let's float a blue, a black. Let those resolve. And we're about to go off. Get a forest. Make a mana. And a black. Get a forest. Or mountain. It doesn't matter. I won't have Dream Blade. Make a blue. Make a white. Make a green. Make a green. Make a blue. Make a black. Whatever. Sure. And now we're just going to play a Nissa. And then we're going to, I think we're actually just like going to win the game via loop here. I think. Crack this to passage. This will go get a land. Comes out untapped, makes a mana. How about a blue? And then we're going to make another blue. Then we're going to port and return our Lumra. Mill over some more cards. Okay. So you're coming back, Bear. Gonna ETB, mill some more cards. All the lands come back. Same trick. Now we're making infinite mana on the way out, too. Not actually infinite. This was a slang. Oh, I wasn't even done yet. We had so much more fun to have. We were going to have a great time. Ah. But that's what the deck's capable of, which is cool. So it's cool that, like, this deck can just play. Oh, yes, I did. Thanks for asking. This deck can obviously just play kind of like a cool control-y ramp game. And then has this kind of ultimate end game, too, where you can just go and loop your entire deck and go nuts, which is great. Yeah, not the best hand of all time. We're on the draw. I mean, we got some colors here. Mazemind Tome's obviously cool too, but like, I don't think you can mulligan this. But if they're playing Gigantha, they could be a lot of things. So let's let it ride. They play a Surgy Glacier. This is probably like a Boros heroic deck. It's probably pretty bad for us on the draw, honestly. They probably should kill us really quickly, but let's get a Plains. No, let's get a Mountain. Let's get Mountain first. All right, let's get a Mountain. Say go. If they go like 2-drop heroic creature, we'll probably just die on turn 3. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're in trouble. All right, sure. We draw a Plane, so we have Domain now. It's fun. All right, but the Plains, the Mazemind Tome, probably dead, but you know. Oh, Legion number 2. Okay. They have no land here. All right, this is a much more modest draw. We got the problem is our like their protection spells can stop the explosion. Don't really have that much removal, and we're on the draw. So like, all right, let's just scry here. We may also want to full control. A bit of port. Probably just draw a card next turn. I was gonna draw. And no scry. All right, sure, that sucks. All right, let's draw the tome. Killing me, Smalls. We draw a Nissa, which makes me want to hold my fetch land. So let's go Forest. Go. They didn't upkeep to Scry. They're going to play Ancestral Anger. Scry bottom. Draw. Really want them to miss a land here again. Here's Homestead Courage. Scry. Alright. If they had missed the land, I might have had a chance. Now we're just super dead. So, this is 10 damage. Yeah, we need to draw exactly Explosion. We did not. Nissa fetch land is 3 mana to do nothing. Yeah. I should upkeep Stride. I screwed up. I didn't have to stop fast enough. That's alright, whatever. Alright. Tough game. Kept a loose one on a draw against an aggro deck. Got aptly punished. We're going to bring in Portable Hole, Bezas, Volleys. And he seems too slow. We're going to cut the Zacama, the Escape the Wilds, Mazemind Tomes. Really slow against them. Any joins up is interesting. It's over a triggered ability, right? Seems kind of slow, but it's a removal spell. This is probably fine. Let's try this. I'll play. Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna keep. Lotus Cobra's good. We have Portable Hole and Binding. Like, just like, you know, our early game is what it is, you know? Play Mulligans, good for us. Got the fancy sleeves. Monastery Spear, come on down. Alright, so we draw a Mountain. How about Lotus Cobra? Draw land here. We draw land like an Annie, actually, which is kind of cool. Although it does... Yeah, it's fun. Legionnaire. Cool. This is actually pretty good. So, this is the difference between being on the play of a draw. We get to land, make a white. We're going to Annie up the Legionnaire. On the draw, we probably could never win this game with this hand. But on the play, it's like pretty good. Okay. These heroic decks only have so many creatures. So, if you can pick them off and keep them off the board is huge. We're not there yet on that, obviously, but... Alright, they're Chaining Angers. I can feel your anger. Defiant Strike in for 8? We actually would love that, because that would allow us to definitely kill this. As it stands, we have Binding and Portable Hole, so you can, like, make a white, sack, make a white, cast Portable Hole. If they play a protection spell, we Binding it. I could have fetched last turn, yeah, and played Binding and Hole. That's fair. Alright, they're tapped out. This is cool. So we're going to buy Yorion here, and we're going to just Portable Hole and have Binding up also. Can I have... I could have... See, Binding costs what? 4. Gonna cost 3. If I just play Passage, I can have the Binding up on their turn. Or I can buy Yorion, which is pretty gas with an Annie in play. But I risk dying to a Haster. So, yeah, we're supposed to do this. Let's play Passage. Make a white. I think staying alive here is obviously job number 1. Let's eat this. And it will attack. And just say go. We have Binding available. Here's Illuminator Virtuoso. Does Anger give haste? No, right? Now, they obviously have a possible protection spell up. This actually works out really well for us. Because if they protection the Binding, it'll still be in play, unused. And I can Yorion it. So, let's get a Plains. Right? Plains? Yeah, this will get a Swamp. Make a white. Fire up the Binding. They have 3 cards in hand. Probably have a protection spell here. Or not. That's even better. We draw Worldsoul's Rage. We have 1 fetch land on the graveyard. Land is 3. I mean, we're still kind of tough to a haste creature, but certainly starting to make some better moves. Yeah, they just Overlook, buy Yorion, attack for 2, say go, and see what happens. Let's look at a Swamp. I'm gonna make some mana. So we got white. We're gonna leave up our potential Binding. Yeah, so let's stack. At 8 life, we could definitely die here through a pretty good chain of cards, like some sort of haster, a couple pump spells, but feeling pretty good here. And then Yorion flickering Annie's just like pretty insane. They're gonna buy Gigantha. Oh yeah, it's over, folks. All right, so we could Worldsoul's Rage just to fireball them. And that would be enough mana to cast the Yorion also, right? So we return both of these. They come back tapped, right? That's not really enough. All right. Is it worth raging? The thing is also, Yorions are a removal spell too, so it's so weird. We kind of want to hold it. We also want to clock them too. Let me just cast the Yorion. Just gonna cast the Yorion and blink nothing. Honestly, that's not true. We should blink Annie and one of these. I'll blink the Binding. Then I'll have a blank Binding in play, and I'll have just killed the Virtuoso. Sure. I should attack first, I guess. Because, yeah, I'm an idiot. Sure. So I should attack first. I'm just... Whatever. I always forget Yorion's end step. Obviously, I just haven't played Yorion in a while. So, missed 2 points of damage. That's pretty bad. This does do what I wanted to do of killing this. Unfortunately, it auto... So, it auto-stacked it. Yeah, whatever. All right, fine. You got me. All right, you got me. Here's a Virtuoso. Auto-stacked it for me. We got to land. I mean, we're just going to fire up a Worldsoul's Rage for 1 million here, so pretty funny. Make a mana. If they have protection spell, I still have a blocker. We have the Port, which can't return anything right now, but make a red. There isn't really a point for doing this for that much more. Target this. They have like Crumb and Get It. It would suck. I kind of just picked 5 arbitrarily. I wanted a number that was not tapping all my lands, but big enough to kill it if they pump it. Like, they could have mana tight. They could have other stuff. Could have mana open for what? I don't know. I don't know if what's right or not. They have Reckless Rage, so they get to target. And they're going to kill my Yorion. This is actually kind of cool, because putting Yorion in the bin turns on my Port, which is kind of fine, so... It's been a weird game. Definitely lacking a payoff, that's for sure. Let's discard a land. The Rage fizzles because they killed their own creature. Yeah, that's gas. All right. You got me. We're only getting 2 lands back anyway. It's not the end of the world, but they've got 1 unknown and a Gigantha. They draw. And here's a Gigantha. Here's a 5/5. We untap. We draw Escape to the Wilds. Good lord, what a draw step. That being said, buying back Yorion here is pretty good. We just blink our ante, kill this thing, have a Yorion in play. That feels pretty nice. Let's go land. This is black, black, blue. Let's get a mill because you got lucky Atraxa here too. We hit an Omnath. I think it's Yorion. Yorion, blink ante, and they're going to pack it out. Cool. Crazy game. We'll take it. So we got no changes for game 3. I don't think so. They left in their Reckless Rages, which I guess that makes sense. Don't want negates or anything. I don't think so. Frillback. This is all fine. And he was pretty good with Yorion, but this is fine. Run this back. Ew, that's a hand. This is the kind of hand that looks really bad on a draw. Oh, man. Wait, I go first? Opponent chose to draw? What is happening? That must have been a misclick, right? That's insane. All right. We're on the play. I'll keep us on the play. Maybe they're trying to trick me into keeping a bad hand. I don't know what's going on. The opponent's either got a bad mouse finger or just knows something we don't know. Sure. Vulture's fine. Let's delay our choice in the fetch line a little bit too. All right. Well, they got a 1-drop. And we draw a Beza, which is obviously very good, but we need to, like, not die. Let's get a mountain. Say go. It is pretty insane that, like, I feel like on the draw we could never win this game. Here's Legionnaire, sure. All right. We draw a big bear. I mean, even just Beza here, like, just, like, time of reinforcements, you know? I like to make a land drop. If I just draw a land, we get to fire off a rage for 3. Let's see what happens. Pez is pretty good. Legionnaire again. And a Spike Field Cave. All right, we draw a Escape to the Wild. So I could Worldsoul's Rage. This kind of sucks, honestly. So I could Worldsoul's Rage, kill one of these. I get 1 land back, which kind of sucks. You know, we're missing land drops. Or I could Beza. Beza is... It's okay. It's not amazing. It doesn't really push us ahead at all. It just kind of, like, stabilizes for a turn. If I get a land, though, then I can maybe Luma next turn. Damn. All right. I'm just going to kill one of these, I think. Also gains 2 life, too, which is kind of nice. So let's kill this. X is 2. Get back our land, gains 2 life, gain another life. This will get a forest, I suppose. Get our domain going. All right. I mean, maybe we die. Who knows? Homestead Courage starts off the party. They have 2 red sources in play, though. They're going bottom. Attacking for 6. Is that it? We draw Worldsoul's Rage number 2. Still lacking a land drop, though. Damn, man. It's gotta be Beza here, I guess, right? They have more lands. We have more cards. Gain 4, make 2 blockers. It just sucks because we aren't doing anything else. If I were to rage, it's not even going to work necessarily. All right, yeah. Sure. Here's Beza. Gain a life. Gotta make those land drops, you know? So, gain 4, 2 fishes. You're up. If they had no trample effect, the chump blockers are really good. but obviously Ancestral Anger. I mean, if they had an Anger, they would cast the last turn like 100%, so they have to draw Anger. And then we just want to draw land next turn, I think. What do you got, friend? We're close. You know, we have a lot of good tools here, but we need a lot more, honestly. They're coming in. All right, so this is for sure a block. Looks like Reckless Rage, right? Why do my little things light up? That's weird. Worldsoul's Rage lit up on the thing. They have Reckless Rage, and I block Beza on Suspir. I guess it's just a trade, which is fine. And then if I can kill their Legionnaire, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll block. What do you got, friend? I like blocking. I'm a big blocker. Make him have it. See what they got. You cast your things, I'll cast my things. I'll figure it out. It's a Monstrous Rage. Okay. I mean, that would have maybe killed us, honestly. So, or like put us much lower. So, Monstrous Rage and Reckless Rage. So we're taking, and now the Suspir survives. Wow. Okay. That's pretty good for them. How about we take one? We draw a land. All right. So if we're 13, if they have a God's Willing or whatever to push through the Legionnaires, we lose. But we can go Passage, Luma, and just play a big creature. Otherwise, Worldsoul's Rage, not reliable enough, I don't think. Yeah, sure. All right, whatever. Let's Passage for an island. And let's do the thing. All right, here you go. Gain a life, make a large creature. We have at least 2 lands in the bin so far. We got 2 more. Cool. Gain a life. We got a port also. Any port in a storm, right? I don't know, white, I guess, whatever. We have tree on anyways, that doesn't actually matter. Omnath, we have Beza in the bin. Beza in the bin and ports, interesting. You really like to draw a Portable Hole or a Binding. I there's only 3 binding in deck. It's so weird. Really weird number. 7/7. I mean, we're blocking. What else can we do, you know? Show me what you got, friend. This little soldier's gonna beat my huge bear. Here's come and get it. No food. All right, yeah, you got me. I mean, Escape the Wilds is a really good chance to find a Portable Hole or something like that, so or a Binding. Or we'll just draw it naturally. Okay, so were they map hacking? Maybe they're watching the stream and then saw me draw the Portable Hole, because that's a really weird concession. I mean, we have the port for the Lumra, but we don't have a Spelunking in play, so like, what? Oh, okay, sure. Take the win. All right. This is some hand. We're on the draw with the World Tree, Mazemind Tome, Portable Hole, Lotus Cobra. I guess it's fine. Like, it's not great. World Tree turns on its 6 lands. We get a Thraben Inspector. We are here in gold, so ladder's reset, so we'll figure that out as we go. World Tree does not make things all land types, but Conceal Courtyard Inspector. Post-ban Pioneer / Explorer World. Looks interesting. Oh, there's humans. Okay. So probably like this is like a meta humans deck to try and beat the Phoenix decks. They're probably just like a fast humans deck with General Kudro, which exiles graveyards. Aggro decks like humans are often response to Phoenix being popular, and Phoenix is obviously the best deck now because they didn't ban Druze. So we can go Cobra here. Yeah, we'll Cobra. I'd say they're not super likely to kill it. Planning on going Cornucopia Portable Hole next turn. And just building up to our end game. All right, Dire Tactics it is. 2 mana, kill it. I mean, it still works out for us anyway, so you kind of just get to do what you want regardless. So still Cornucopia, Portable Hole. And then I think we'll hit the Lieutenant. It'll probably be bigger over the course of the game than this 2-3. So gain a life, hit Lieutenant. And they had to waste their turn 3 to cast a removal spell, which just buys us some more time, obviously, which is nice. Kind of a cool card. A little hard to cast, but here's a Warden and Spectre. Sure, so you can obviously Binding the Warden. Looks like we have a good amount of time here, which is good. All right, take 2. Draw another land. That's not ideal, but sure. So Binding will go down to 3 mana to cast. That's fine. So we should go Mazemind Tome go with Binding up. And we'll probably just Binding the Warden. Well, let's let them commit mana into it, though. The World Tree. All right. Mutavaults. Activate Mutavault. So we're going to have a Lieutenant here to pump the team. That's fine. So, honestly, because this is sorcery speed, if we let this resolve, their next play is tap Lieutenant, Clue to pump this and scry 1. Let's deny the scry 1. So just cast this Binding. Cast Binding. Gain a life. Exile Warden. Unfortunately, we should have 2 lands in our hand, so we're going to scry it to you, honestly. Take a look for a spell. Worldsoul's Rage with 0 lands in our graveyard. I mean, it's a removal spell that ramps. We can just cast the Rage, kill the biggest Inspector, get our passage back. Gain 2 life. That's probably better than a random card. We keep that. Alright, so take 5, down to 10. We're going to go Passage, crack it for white, I would say. We're very close to making our World Tree online, so our colors don't matter that much. Worldsoul's Rage, X is 2. We could put the Forest from our hand into play and the Passage from the graveyard. So X is 4. Target the bigger guy. Pay the full mana. Gain 2 life. We're going to put this into play and put this into play. Kind of all in now, but... And this should be on, right? Yeah, they're all on. Okay, so... We have Mazemind Tome to scry and draw. We're probably going to scry and see what it is, and then maybe we'll scry or draw depending on next turn. They have Mutavault, they have Inspector. They attack for 7 here. We're probably dead, honestly. We need a big draw. But this is a decent clock and kind of fizzled a little bit in the mid-game here. Alright, so they attack for 7. We go to 5. We're going to scry. And look at a mountain to the bottom. So now you decide if you want to scry upkeep or not, or maybe try and draw a card. Might need all our mana for stuff, honestly. We could buy Yorion and cast it, too. It's not bad either. Might not be enough, though. So let's take the damage. Yeah, so we'll go... So upkeep. Do you want to spend 2 mana to draw a card or just scry? I think just scry, honestly. Just scry 1. Scry 1. We're 1 off of gaining 4, unfortunately. Bottom of swamp. Alright, so our top 3 cards were land, Mazemind Tome. That's pretty bad. If I were to cast Yorion here, we could blink the Binding onto the Lieutenant. Doesn't really do much for us, though. I think we're just mostly dead. We could Mazemind Tome, draw a card, and try and get lucky and draw Ill-Timed Explosion. But that's kind of a stretch. I think they got us here. I guess we'll try it. Sure. Mazemind Tome. Don't think just casting Yorion's enough. Maybe we just got a hit here. Alright. Let me draw a Cornucopia. That's not going to do it. Alright, that's fine. So we'll go to game 2. If we cast Yorion, we're at 7 life. We don't really get to do much else with it, though, and they still have 4 attackers, so I think we're still dead. So that's fine. So all in aggro deck. Honestly, the draw wasn't even that good, but let's bring in removal spells. Volley, Annie. I think Elishnorn's good here too, as is Beza and Portable Holes. A lot of things to bring in. Let's cut kind of top end stuff we don't really need. I think Zacama, Escape the Wild seems fairly unnecessary. The Mazemind Tomes are a little awkward. I think we can shave one of those. Kenny, Luma, Atraxa. Obviously, this is like part of our combo. Then Nissa also finds this too. Let's shave one of these. We gotta cut one more card. It's tough. Maybe second Annie's not necessary. Let's try this. On the play. That's a hand of the week if I ever saw one. Sure. It's not a very good hand. Let's mulligan this masterpiece into another hand of the week candidate. Honestly, we're really cranking him out, this one. Can we go to 5 here? Forest, Omnath is not so good. I'm going to mulligan again. Yeah, I don't think this plays. Mulligan into, I guess, better. Ship one of these, and probably like the mountain, and we'll just try and draw a land. So we have Worldsoul's Rage with the fetch land, Spelunking to draw a land. We gotta get lucky to win here, obviously, but I think we can build up to Lumra pretty well, and the sackland helps a lot too. We got a lot of work to do. We're definitely very, very far from where we want to be, but give it a try. All right, Novice Inspector, come on down. That's not bad. Let's get a mountain. I think drawing an untapped land next turn would, like, honestly maybe put us in a decent spot to win this game. So we can go land, Spelunking, fetch land, have 4 mana next turn for a Worldsoul's Rage. Alright, don't like that. Take the Spelunking. If they have a way to pump this or another freebooter, we're in trouble. We draw a Rending Volley that can't kill freebooter. What a tilt. Alright, let's get a Plains. And say go. Again, if we draw a land, we can just cast this Worldsoul's Rage for 2. It's a pretty big game. Land 3. Do they have General Kudro to exile our graveyard? That would suck. Nope. Inspector number 2. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And nothing. I want to cast Volley at a freaking 1-2. I should hold this, I guess. All right. Thankfully, their clock is really slow. So I just draw an untapped land here. Give me an untapped land. Not quite. Not the worst. Like I said, if it's not an untapped land, this is reasonable enough. But still have Volley up too, which is nice. They crack a clue. And I have a guaranteed Worldsoul's Rage for 2 next turn, which is super nice. I prefer no Lieutenant, because I'm able to kill this thing, obviously. If they pump it. Thoughtseize. Gross. All right. Well, I mean, the good news is their clock sucks, right? They are not exactly clocking us here, so we have time. Worldsoul's Rage seems like the card to take here. It's a removal spell and double rampant growth, so they agree. They're at 16. We're at 19. I mean, for a mulligan to 5, we're battling, you know? You can buy Yorion here, too. We draw land, sure. Land by Yorion. Seg, yeah. So we can just hardcast Yorion next turn, which is like, you know, not that bad. We draw a land, we can cast Lumra, return some lands, which is great. Here's a Guardian of Faith. 3/2 Flash Vigilance, ETB, phase out creatures you control. They're just going for the beats here. It's interesting. So if I try a Rending Volley this, and they have another Guardian, that's fine, I guess. Sure. Okay. Sure. World Tree allows... God, stupid freebooters, man. Worldsoul allows us to tap our Sacklands for mana too, which is kind of sick. All right. They take the volley, actually. They must have a rule spell in their hand. All right, so we're at 10. Gain 2 life. Cast ill-timed explosion. Not the best tap. Nah, actually, that's fine. Never mind. All right. Let's discard Yorion and... Definitely Yorion. We're going to back Spelunking and Rending Volley. I want to make a land drop, and I think that Lumra is just better than Worldsoul's Rage. Yeah, I'll discard these two. All right, so kill your stuff. Whoosh. Crack a clue, you got it. Man, mulligan to 5. We're really battling here, right? All right, play land. We couldn't have left up the volley because we had to tap red and blue for the thing. That's great. No Brave the Elements, thankfully. I don't think you play Brave, you're playing Freebooter, so. And now we just have a Lumra, so it's probably going to die, but we'll return a bunch of lands, and we could go Cornucopia Spelunking, like set up a little more, but if they draw Thoughtseize, it kind of sucks. We're just going to do it. Just do our thing. I'm sorry, we get full control here. We could tap our lands for mana too, so let's actually, yeah, it's fine. So let's do this. So we're in full control. This is going to resolve. Return the lands. When the new Capenna sack lands come back, they're tapped. Never mind. So there's the Spelunking isn't in play. We're fine. Yeah, we're good. So no control necessary. All right. So get a land. Go get a forest and a plains. And now we got a lot of mana in play, which is nice. They kill this guy. Whatever. We're at 15 life. Cornucopia, Spelunking, Rending Volley. Castle Ardenvale is going to start cooking. Just a 1/1 princess with a chicken versus or a rooster versus my big bear. They're going to Thoughtseize. A lot of interaction in this game. You know, Freebooter, Thoughtseize, Guardian, but not a lot of threats. Take Spelunking, which is annoying, but whatever. Honestly. Dire Tactic, sure. Atraxa is not a god, right? No gods on the list for World Tree to go find. Lieutenant, sure. We draw Portable Hole. Our Yorion's gone, kind of stinks. We could have Portable Hole the token and then Yorion it later, but let's play Cornucopia. Guess I'll Portable Hole. Hey, Lieutenant, I guess. And just so you go, they have the Ardenvale Lieutenant combo going. And then we'll probably just volley this thing. I'd imagine us playing off the top is a lot better than them playing off the top, right? We're drawing Kenrith, Lumra, Atraxa, and they're drawing like Threat Inspector and Kitesail Freebooters, so. Make a token. We'll just kill this. They know we have it. Whatever. Gain 2. Gain 4, technically, I guess. And we draw an ill-timed explosion. Looks like divination to me. Gain 4, draw 2. No discard, obviously. We draw Lotus Cobra and Port. Cool. So Port will return a creature. It does cost black, but I have the World Tree, so. Alright, you're up, friend. So I can return. Oh, I guess the Dire Tactics exiles, so the Lumra is gone. But I guess we can return Yorion. That's pretty funny. They play a Redeem. This makes things cost more or whatever. No blocks. So we can return. We can return Yorion. Unfortunately, I didn't Portable Hole like the other things. I could have brought that back too, but I just need mill 4 as well, right? To get lucky and just hit an Atraxa. Sure, let's do it. All right, so 6 mana, sack this, mill 4, return a creature card. Does come back tap for some reason. All right, we did not hit a anything crazy here. Beza will give us If I played the land first, Beza would have given us a card. That's a mistake on my part. That's a little oopsie. Yorion. I mean, Yorion's just well-sized, I guess. Doesn't really do a lot, but Beza is literally just nothing. We're not behind any metric. And then Nissa doesn't do much either on draw fetch land, so yeah, I see where it is. They have a god and we don't. That's so funny. Alright, yeah. So let's flicker this. We'll just hold the land for Lotus Cobra, I guess. We'll stake up. I mean, we're at 20 life here, like, I think we're good. Alright, so Yorion, bring back Cornucopia. Sego. They have a last card being Dire Tactics. Makes sense. Their hand's been super reactive this game. So it makes sense to them to have more reactive cards. They had no clock, so... I don't think that reactive removal spells and Castle Ardenvale is going to beat us, though. So, not too worried about it. Coming in. And we draw another port. That's cool. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's funny. I think we're just a beatdown here. We should attack with our Yorion. Like, this is a 3-turn clock, and we're at 17, so sure. Got the old tactics. They have tactics, sure. All right, well, play port and just say go. And we can return Nissa or Beza. I mean, now Beza does stuff. So they have more creatures, and we're going to have no cards in hand, too. If we draw, as long as we draw a second land. We draw that land. Oh, that's good with Nissa, though. That's sick. So now we bring back Nissa and Courtyard and then trigger Nissa. Sick. So, or hit Atraxa, that'd be cool, too. Here's port. We get Kenrith. I mean, Kenny's pretty good. We should get a Luma, though. So, get back Nissa. Play Cabaretti Courtyard. And we'll resolve this. We'll go get ourselves... I didn't flip mana. I was stupid. I screwed up. Whatever. They have another kill spell? No way. Are there any humans in their human deck? That's so sick. All right. Well, I guess I'm dumb. Now I wish I'd gotten Beza, obviously, but that's fine, I guess. We're going to get just a mountain. We got mana and nothing to do with it. Sure. All right. Well, how many, there's one world tree? All right, sure. It's playing a god. It's probably not worth it. If we had a god, we could cast it, you know? Here's a Warden of the Inner Sky. Their clock is still really slow. We're still drawing to a bajillion heavy hitters, so... Return of those ports is so nice, too. What a sick endgame. Return the ports. I'm still just going to take this. 10 out of 10. Tilt. Alright. Yeah. This game's been kind of a bummer. I mean, I guess, like, I think that, like, playing around the third Dire Tactics is pretty sketchy, honestly. Like, how much interaction can they have? Like, they obviously overboarded, but, like, oh my god, alright, whatever. Well, now we're dead. But, like, and then if our, they don't have a kill spell, our second landfall trigger gets us a Lumra, which gets back all of our lands, get back the ports, which wins the game on the spot, basically. So, I don't know. I think it was right. We got wrecked. Happens sometimes. Now we're just super dead, right? Yeah, we're just super dead. So, that's life. Happens sometimes. Get him Lotus Cobra. Good beats. All right, so not gonna lie, that was pretty awesome. Definitely went a lot better than expected. Going in, it looked like a Mimi deck, but it's like won a challenge. I went 9-1 of a challenge and won the whole thing. And with turn 3 Soren's gone and turn 3 Amalia combo's gone, so it opens up a little bit for bigger stuff like this. And a deck like this should be very good against Phoenix also, where you're kind of just like doing this huge over-the-top things, really, really cool, and have good sideboard cards too. So, is this the future of Pioneer? I don't know if it is. It's funny, this is the kind of deck where everyone will love it if you're building into the format as a brew, But if this is the best deck in the format, everyone will hate it. So we'll see what happens. But looks really cool. Of course, I'm Davis or CoolStuffInc.com. Thanks for watching. Use promo code GYM5, 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com. I'll see you next week.